Feeling good? Yeah. Whew. Hell of an evening. All right, let's get this going. We've got a lot lined up for you guys. Please welcome in our president and CEO, Mr. Tony Khan, and the Owen Hart Foundation winner from the men's bracket, Hangman Adam Page. With a smile on his face.
Let's see if I can successfully hold one of these together.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Oh, nine.
How you feeling?
Oh, like shit. Physically like shit. I'm overwhelmed. Fuck, dude. This means so much to me. These past 2 years have been so difficult. And, recently MJF said to me that he thought deep down, I was afraid that I would never win the world championship again. And, he's wrong all the time. He's a dumbass. But he was right. I've been afraid that I would never hold the world championship again or even come close. And I mean, this is as close as I have been in 3 years now. And this means the world to me. Yeah.
Coming into this match, we saw you going back and forth with Will, talking about how you needed this. You put a ton of pressure on yourself coming into this match. Do you finally, on the other side of it, with that title in front of you, the deal is sealed? Do you feel a little bit of a sense of relief right now?
Well, I know it's in front of me. Yeah. So I don't know about relief. But, for 2 years, I haven't won anything. Anything of note, really. I've said this, but not a tournament, not a championship. And the one thing I did win was unsanctioned. And it didn't feel like winning, So this was a light at the end of the tunnel for me. And if I didn't get this, if I didn't win this, I truly needed it, because if I didn't get this, I didn't know what I was going to do with myself. But I do know what's in front of me. And I know this isn't the end of it. This is just the beginning. So I think for so long I've been looking backwards, but I think now I'll have the chance to look forward to something.
All right, guys, let's open up the floor. Any questions for Hangman?
Hey, it's Adrian Hernandez of Unlikely. Hangman, congratulations. And as we reminisce over Double or Nothing, the 6-year anniversary of AEW, you just clinched your shot at the World Championship in the biggest AEW show in the States at All In. And fans have been along this ride the entire time through the good and bad. Do you have a message to those fans that are extremely happy tonight seeing you win?
I just want to say thank you. Thank you for supporting me. You supported me from the beginning, even before the beginning. You supported me when we were doing BTE, and it's a strange relationship because I don't know you, but you feel like you know me, and in a way I know you too. You supported us then, and it was so much support. We were able to start an entire wrestling company and change the landscape of professional wrestling, and I'm so thankful for that. And I'm so thankful for all the support over all these years, particularly these past 2 years, because I think people saw in me what I refused to. And it was that way in the beginning of AEW, and it's that way for me again. I'm very appreciative. I sincerely mean it. Yeah. Thank you.
Will Pruitt from ProWrestling.net. Hangman, what does it mean to be a homegrown AEW guy in the main event of AEW's biggest United States show of all time?
It's a testament that this is successful. I'm not from somewhere else. I wasn't established somewhere else. I'm homegrown. I'm from here. My story starts here. And that is a testament that All Elite Wrestling has been a huge, gigantic success. Yeah.
And 2 more questions.
Kyle Collison, knockouts and 3 counts and bodyslam.net. Hangman, kind of off of what Adrian said, but you went through the whole thing we saw with you and Swerve. You went from burning his house down, going through that dark period, and now you find yourself, after winning the Owen Hart tournament here, to be able to go up against Mox. What does it mean for you to be able to not only come full circle, but to be the guy who could possibly bring the AEW title back?
I am so incredibly proud of this company. And for so long, the world championship that I've had my eyes set on since the very first show, the very first Double or Nothing, has been hidden in a briefcase. It should be a shining light to the world, a testament to what All Elite Wrestling is, what it's about, because the champion isn't the person who holds the championship. The championship means so much more than that. Being the champion is being the champion of everyone on this roster, this entire company, and all the fans that have supported us through all these years. And to keep it hidden in a briefcase, I'm going to be the one to take it out.
First of all, Tony, congratulations on a very successful Double or Nothing outside of Las Vegas. And Adam, to you, I would like to ask you, what does the Owen Hart final, mean to you?
Last year, I made it to the finals of the Owen, and I had my mind, my heart, everything set on winning, but for the wrong reasons. And this year, I felt that winning the Owen would prove to me that the me of a year ago was wrong, and that I can still be the person that I used to be. Because I was afraid that for so long I had pushed that away, that it was too late. I was afraid it was too late. And now I know it's not too late for me. And that means everything to me. Yeah.
All right, guys, thank you so much, Hangman.
Thank you,
a
Adam.
massive congratulations
Thank you, guys.
to you on this victory tonight. Go home, see that family, look them in the eyes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate you. Congrats. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
You guys can keep the applause coming, because joining us right now, the winner from the women's side of the Owen Hart Foundation tournament. Please welcome Mercedes Monet. Can we call you 4 belts, Mercedes, yet again? She's back. Welcome in.
Good to be back, darling.
It looks good on you.
Thank you.
It looks good on you. Mercedes, talk to me about this victory tonight against Jamie Hayter. This was your guys' first time going one-on-one with each other. What did you learn about Jamie Hayter and about yourself tonight?
Can you help me with this microphone?
Yeah, sure.
Do you want me to do one of these for you?
Oh, please, thank you. Thank you, Renee. I'm so sorry. What was my thoughts on Jamie Hayter tonight?
On Jamie, what did you learn about Jamie?
Great.
What did you learn about yourself?
I learned that I am the greatest professional wrestler in this world. And Jamie Hayter, she was one of my toughest opponents yet. She clotheslined me. She super kicked me in the face. She gave me hell. But I'm here in AEW for a reason, to get everything that I deserve. And I deserve to go to All In Texas. And I deserve the AEW Women's World Championship. What's that saying that Tony Storm says?
Tits up.
Tits up?
Shoot. Watch for the shoot.
What's for the shoe? I love these shoes, Tony. They're so comfortable. But this is not what a star looks like. This is what a star looks like, Tony. And I'm here to take over AEW for good. And I just cannot wait for All In Texas. I mean, we're only 7 weeks away from the biggest show in AEW, the grandest show of them all, before Grand Slam, of course, in Mexico. But I'm so ecstatic. Jamie Hayter, she was amazing, but I'm better.
All right, let's open up some questions to the floor here.
Hi,
Mercedes, Kimmy Sokol from Fightful. Now, obviously, you keep adding some gold, but I don't know if you saw Athena keeps calling you out on Twitter. It looks like you guys have some unfinished business.
I mean, don't make me go to Ring of Honor, right, Tony?
Well, I mean, certainly you are wrestling in enough promotions already. I mean, you're all over the world. You're fighting in multiple continents, multiple promotions, and now you've won the Owen Hart Foundation
That's
tournament.
so true. And I'm not afraid of going to Ring of Honor, Athena. Athena legit is one of the best women I've ever been in the ring with. And if she has a problem with me, I know where to find her.
Hi, Mercedes. Amy Nemedy from WrestleJoy. Congratulations on winning the Owen Cup finals tonight.
Thank you.
So my question to you is, you are the blueprint, the conversation, the revolution.
Thank you.
But now you are facing someone timeless.
Yeah.
So you have had experience working with each other before, but I don't think you've ever faced each other's in singles match before. So how are you looking to prepare for something as timeless as Toni Storm on this huge stage, such as All In Texas? Thank you so much for your time.
She might be timeless, but I'm legendary. I'm iconic. And my legacy can never be undone. I mean, I've been looking forward to facing Toni Storm for a very long time. I've been watching her for years, all the way since Stardom. She is timeless for a reason. She holds the AEW Women's Championship for a reason. But I'm 4 belts Monet. I am the CEO of not only AEW, Rev Pro, New Japan. Soon I'll be going to Mexico. But I am a global champion for a reason. And I want all the gold. So Tony, be prepared for your greatest match of your life.
If I may, going back to before you arrived in AEW at AEW Big Business in Boston, this is the match. This is what we've been talking about since the very beginning. This is the one you always said. This is the person you always said when I talked to you, when you came to AEW, the person you always said that you wanted to measure yourself against, timeless Toni Storm. Here we are.
Crazy Toni. She's legit one of the reasons why I came to AEW. She put AEW on Storm for me. I couldn't stop watching every single week because of her. But I'm ready to dethrone the timeless one. And we're going to go on to the revolution of Mercedes Moné. You know, I love those applause. Let's keep it up because I got to go. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Congrats, Mercedes. Congratulations. See you there.
All right, we're going to keep the party rolling here tonight in Arizona. Please welcome the Ring of Honor champion, Bandito.
Great to see my friend back.
There he is.
One of my personal favorites, the world champion. Thank you. Thank you, buddy.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Bandito, welcome.
Thank you.
We've been talking about obviously the evening we've had tonight, but we're also mentioning a little bit about the upcoming trip that we have to Mexico City. How are you feeling about this?
I feel so excited. You know, AEW is coming to Mexico.
Let's go.
That's amazing. Yeah, that's very amazing. And I think all the people in Mexico are waiting so long for this. And I hope this is a new opportunity for come to another cities for AEW, you know.
Absolutely.
What
Yeah.
can we expect from Mexican fans for AEW?
Well, AEW is gonna be fire for them, you know. Yeah. They are very excited. After 20 hours, even not 24 hours, the tickets were sold out.
Yes, and we had to open more up.
That was amazing.
Yes,
Yeah.
immediately,
pretty
and we
loud.
immediately had to open more sections up. You're right.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's open it up to you guys.
Hi, Kimmy Sokol from
Hola.
Fightful. As the Ring of Honor World Heavyweight Champion, who are you looking to defend your title against on that show in Mexico City?
Well, you know, in Mexico are a lot of good luchadors that I really always want to take a match with them. One of them is Máscara Dorada that I will have match, And then
Tuesday night.
Tuesday night.
Tuesday night, the night before Grand Slam in Arena, Mexico for the Ring of Honor World Championship. We have confirmed with CMLL, Bandito will defend the title against Mascara Dorada. We just saw Mascara Dorada on AEW Collision this past week. He looked absolutely fantastic picking up the win on Collision. Bandito looked absolutely fantastic picking up the win here tonight at Double or Nothing, and that's going to be an absolutely fantastic match in Arena, Mexico, partnership between CMLL and in this case Ring of Honor along with AEW.
Yeah. And what other guy is, Mystico. Yeah, Mystico is a very big superstar. Yeah. Hopefully, he give me the opportunity. He gave me the opportunity to get a title match.
Absolutely. Were you when you were growing up? Did you look up to Mystico?
Yeah. I always watch CMLL TV, and it's Mystico in my childhood.
Me too. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Mystico, and what a star he's been for CMLL for so many years. What an icon in professional wrestling, and I'm very excited about us going down to Arena Mexico together.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
Any other questions?
Otra pregunta, por favor.
Hi, Mark Hoke from Mark Hoke Show, 101.5 FM, Las Vegas. How you doing? How excited is the Lucha community that you are now getting into a much higher profile worldwide? Because it seems like everybody's getting much more excited about Lucha wrestling outside of Mexico.
Oh, well, do you know if outside to Mexico is always excited? Imagine how it's in Mexico. It's amazing. It's the Arena Mexico is the place that you need to be to learn lucha libre. So we will be in the lucha libre house. That's gonna be insane, amigo. Yeah, that's gonna be amazing.
That's fantastic. Kyle, do you have a question?
Here, you want my mic? There you go.
Kyle Collison from Knockouts and 3 Counts and bodyslam.net. Where I first got to see you was when you were in Ring of Honor previous to coming to AEW. So now with you having the Ring of Honor World Championship, and like you said, not only getting to be the champion, but to go back to Mexico, what does it mean for you to have the title again after having that run with Ring of Honor and getting to carry it into Mexico?
Okay. Could you say again?
So to recapture the champion, how does it mean to you to recapture the championship? Because when I first met you, you had been the champion, and it's been years it took to get the belt back, to fight to get the championship. What does it mean to take it now into Arena Mexico?
Well, this is a dream, When I was in Arena Mexico, I was not the champion, Ring of Honor champ, and this is gonna be a dream for me because now I return to Arena Mexico as a Ring of Honor World Champion. So that's very important because for me, I got the company on my back. So I need to make a good performance in Arena Mexico to say, hey, this is Ring of Honor and this is what we are. Yeah.
One more question, guys.
Fantastic.
Hi, Tony. Lauren Coates for Variety. Could you just talk about the importance of Lucha to AEW and why now is the right time to go to Mexico?
Yes, absolutely. Well, Lucha is very important to me as a wrestling fan. I think it's important to wrestling fans all over the world. I'm a really big fan of Lucha Libre. A lot of us were here actually last night outside of Double or Nothing. We did a tribute show, and it was a tribute show in part to my fandom and things that we talk about in the back that we don't talk about much here. But I'm glad you asked me while we were together, because I grew up as a huge wrestling fan and learned about the different styles of wrestling. And in 2001, when both ECW and WCW both closed down, I was really looking for other things to watch. I was just finishing high school and I was about to go to college. And I got on a message board called the DeathValleyDriver.com. And it was run by a pair of guys, Phil Schneider, who wrote a great book about some of AEW's bloodiest matches, Way of the Blade, and I think it's Way of the Blade 2 is the AEW version. Way of the Blade 1 has some great AEW stuff, but Way of the Blade 2 is all AEW. And Phil Schneider worked with a guy by the name of Dean Rasmussen, the late, great Dean Rasmussen. He's a great wrestling writer. And we paid tribute to him with a show called Dean with a tilde and exclamation points. How many exclamation points depends on the user. But Dean was a great wrestling writer. And I learned a lot about Lucha Libre from the Death Valley Driver and the different people that posted there. And I was a fan. I'd watched ECW and WCW and the WWF, and there had been luchadors involved in those companies and the cruiserweight divisions, and a lot of great wrestlers had come through what were kind of the three major U.S. promotions up until 2001. But I learned a lot more about CMLL from reading that board. And there were two wrestlers that were always the DVDR, the Death Valley Driver. They always did it's called a 500, the Death Valley Driver 500. It was like the PWI 500, but instead of based on wins and losses and success, it was based on just who they liked and it was completely subjective, and it was their choices, but it was cool. And every year, number 1 and 2 in some order, Bryan Danielson and Blue Panther and Bryan Danielson.
Yeah.
So last night, and like we were talking about Mystico, so then I started watching the shows more and more. Mystico was really the top rising star and was about to rise to the pinnacle of becoming the top star in the early 2000s in Mexico. And again, he's right now the top star in Mexico in CMLL. And so I started reading about Blue Panther, and I started to watch more of the great wrestlers. And that's why I like to talk to him about, because he's a big CMLL fan. And I liked Rey Bucanero and Ultimo Guerrero and Tarzan Boy. I like Tarzan Boy so much I stole his entrance. And I love watching Blue Panther and Shocker. Of course, Mystico. I love watching that Dr. Wagner and that style of wrestling. And it was just right. And we had Averno here last night, and I like watching him with Satanico and Mephisto. And this wrestling was just absolutely fantastic. Nicho a Millionero, which is psychosis without a mask. And so I love the Lucha Libre, and the Death Valley Driver got me into more than just watching the cruiserweights on Nitro or watching a lot of lucha, understanding the context of it better, and becoming a real fan. And now it's one of the reasons why I love having Lucha Libre in AEW. So I learned it from some big fans of it. And last night it was really great to have Blue Panther and some of the legends here. And it was really nice for all of us to be able to watch it. And then it was great to have three of the greatest luchadors teaming up, and in particular, great to see my friend, the Ring of Honor World Champion, pick up the win for his team tonight here at Double or Nothing. And he's going to win a lot of matches, and it's a very bright future for my friend here.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, my friend.
Bandito, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, amigos. See you in Mexico. Okay.
That's right.
Mexico, cabrones.
Let's go, Bandito.
Bye. Well, everything's been nice and jovial up till now, but should we do this?
Let's do it.
All right,
Let's
guys,
do it.
Please welcome in the AEW Women's Champion, Timeless Toni Storm. Oh, Lord. She's coming.
Recovering from that figure 4 leg lock.
Oh, my, yeah.
Yeah, I know it is. I know it
You
is,
still look
champ. I'm sorry, buddy.
beautiful,
Just-
Stunning.
Come on, Luther, get me to
Whoa.
Renee.
I got a chair for your knee. I got a chair just for her leg.
Luther, I'm thirsty.
Swoop.
You all right?
Thank you. Boss, hello.
Hey, champ.
Good to see you.
Hydrated?
My people.
Yeah, they're here.
Now, there once was a man from Nantucket.
Oh, geez. Here we go.
Oh, I'm just kidding. I'm just teasing you. Calm down.
She's pretty good.
Right.
Congratulations. You retained your
Nice.
championship tonight against Mina Shirakawa. But we now know, we just had her in here moments ago, you will be facing Mercedes Moné at All In Texas. This is huge. We've all been waiting to see this moment come together for you two women. How are you feeling on the other side of things to know that that's who's going to be across the ring from you in Texas?
Yes. Miss Money. I haven't met her yet. Questions? Anyone? Actually, I have some questions. Is it okay to smoke tobacco in here?
We are in Arizona, maybe.
Is it okay to smoke cannabis in here?
In Arizona, maybe.
So just harder drugs?
Well, yeah, nothing beyond
Name a
that. That's
drug.
as far as we're going to go in Arizona.
Name
pal.
a drug. What can we do? Something, if I want to get really messed up, what am I taking?
Absinthe.
Meth.
Ooh, ooh,
All right, good to know.
ooh.
But you may be in the right place.
Luther, get me the meth. Luther, they said it was okay. Get me the meth.
Any questions for Miss Storm?
Tony, it's Adrian Hernandez from Unlikely. With the news of you facing Mercedes Moné online, I think the word is orgasmic on how excited
Ooh.
people were. For you, how excited are you to have this match in All In?
I've been orgasming ever since. Looking very much forward to seeing, meeting Ms. Monet. Money. Adrian, thank you.
Hi, Tony. Brian Zone, PW Torch.
Brian.
Nice to meet you. So there's a saying in Texas, everything's bigger than Texas. Is there anything bigger than Tony Storm?
I believe it's my bottom that might be bigger than Texas.
Very good.
It's a nice bottom.
Any more questions?
Well, is it bigger than Tony Storm versus Mercedes Moné for the AEW World Women's Championship at All In?
What, my bottom?
Well, is it bigger?
It's pretty bloody big, my bottom.
Well, if I may, I mentioned this before you came in, champ.
You
that,
agree?
I mentioned before that Mercedes, going back to before she arrived in AEW, she had mentioned to me before she signed here the match she really wanted, the person she thought she was most excited to get in the ring with, the person she believed would be the greatest opponent for her would be timeless Tony Storm.
Really?
That was over a year ago.
Why?
I think she
It's
believes.
because of my big bottom, isn't it?
Is that what makes you one of the best? Because I think she believes you two are the best.
Yes.
Okay. Very good. Very good. That's why she's the best.
One more question, guys.
Lauren Coates for Variety. When you first met Mina Shirakawa, you were feuding over a common love interest. But tonight, it definitely seemed like you two were a little closer. Could you talk about your relationship right now?
Oh, it's more of a casual thing, just a bit of fun, not nothing serious. We're just having fun. We're casual lovers. Oh, we have a lovely time.
Excellent.
I would like to, I have one on, I have a parting one for you. Tonight we celebrated 6 years of AEW. And even though you weren't physically with us on day one of AEW, it feels like Timeless Tony Storm has been a part of AEW all along. It feels like you're one of the biggest parts of the past 6 years. Tonight it was 6 years to the day from when we first started the company, and you're such a huge part of it. Do you have any thoughts on that?
Yes. 6 years. 6 bloody good years. And thank you. That means a lot. Because, you know, this is home. 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 Where is home?
It's here.
Luther? Ooh, sit down. Home. Home, home, home. Is amongst the gum trees, with lots of plum trees, a sheep or two and a kangaroo, clothesline out the back, veranda out the front, and an old rocking chair. Luther, bow.
That was sensational.
It's time to go home, Luther.
Thank you.
Hey, safe travels home, guys.
Hey, guys, take it easy.
Jesus.
Wow.
Luther.
Wow. Good Lord. We lost a microphone. There's
You okay,
water.
Renee?
I survived. It's all right. She
Sorry.
was gentle with me. That's on you, Luther. Good Lord. Tony?
This guy.
I feel like we dodged a bullet there. Normally it's a little more sketchy than that.
I dodged a bullet there. You might not have.
Well, yeah. Physically, I got hit. Congratulations on tonight, though. You know, I feel like
Thank you.
talking about and leading up to tonight, you mentioned it being 6 years of AEW, and Double or Nothing really just set the wheels in motion for what was to come for this company. Talk to me about how proud you are of what was accomplished tonight and just, the strides that we continue to make here.
Well, first of all, I have to say, even though, again, Renee, you weren't officially all elite from day one. You feels like you've been with us the entire time, the entire 6 years, and you're a huge part of this. So thank you, because you're a big part of how we made it to the 6 years, and everybody here. It's one of the greatest nights in the history of the company. It's so special to be here tonight and know that we put on one of our best shows, because I feel like AEW really rises to the occasion in big situations. And tonight was one of those occasions. And in particular, I'm so proud of the wrestlers. The wrestlers are the lifeblood of this promotion. The wrestlers are the lifeblood of this sport. The wrestlers are the lifeblood of our lives. For 52 weeks a year, the wrestlers make it possible for all of us as fans to watch pro wrestling. And for those of us who work here, they make it possible to do this. It's the only sport with no off season. And we've gone 52 weeks a year for the past 6 years. The last time we had a week off doing Dynamite was Christmas 2019. And we've put new shows on every single week since Christmas 2019, all through the lockdown. There's been a lot of special times. And I think what makes it even better, Renee, is knowing that 2025 has been such a great year for AEW. We've accomplished a lot of things over the years, and I think we've set a really high standard. We've created a great standard for ourselves, for our staff, and for our fans. And tonight we lived up to it. And when you set the highest standard for yourselves and you live up to it, that means you've done something really special. And I think that's what Double or Nothing 2025 is and was. And I think that's what 2025 has been for AEW.
Hell of a night. I mean, I know everyone out there was having an incredible time as well. So guys, the floor is now yours. Hit up Tony with some good questions.
Thanks, Renee. Hey, Kim.
Wow, I lost my train of thought. I didn't expect you to say my name. Damn.
I didn't call you minion number 1734.
I'm 204. I have a triple digit number.
Mine is boss upside down on
Yeah,
like a calculator.
Yeah, she told me that. I was like, wow, I feel so special that I'm lower than you. But Scorpio Sky, he's been in the news a lot lately, hasn't been on AEW TV. Is there any type of update on Scorpio Sky?
Yeah, I like Scorpio Sky. It's interesting. Scorpio Sky's name came up recently. He mentioned he was looking to come back, and I had talks with Scorpio Sky about different ideas and things we could do. It's probably, I can, in greater detail, it's Scorpio Sky, somebody who's been here from day one, and I have a lot of respect for. I really like. I saw it. He said that, and I actually had talked to Scorpio Sky about doing something, and we ended up going with something in a different direction. It's kind of a long story, but it would make a lot of sense in context. But maybe not now at this time. But I do like Scorpio Sky, and he's a part of the roster, a multiple-time TNT champion, former World Tag Team champion, and somebody I like very much. I had an idea for Scorpio Sky that I think was a good idea, and we talked about it, and I think it didn't work out for reasons kind of between us, but also I think it's totally a legit thing, and I'm fine with it, and I would like to use him for a different idea when the time's right. Thank you.
Hey, Tony. Will Pruitt from ProWrestling.net. Hey, I had a bunch of very serious questions to ask, but honestly, I want to know what other songs were considered for Anarchy in the Arena.
Great question.
It's a great question. This was the one I really wanted. My first choice was Bodies by far, and I was really pleased we were able to do it. So that was, it's one of those things, thankfully, when you knock the first one out of the park, you don't have to go back and look for other ones. And it was a one-horse race for Bodies.
It has been bouncing in my head ever since it started. I don't think it'll ever leave.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go. That's
So
great.
thanks.
I appreciate it. You're very welcome. What a night.
Hi, Tony. Lance Reese from WrestleZone on 88.7 The Pulse. Congratulations on 6 years of All Elite Wrestling. And this Double or Nothing marks a strange transition period of Double or Nothing coming to Phoenix after hosting at Vegas for so many years. What can we expect to see AEW do as far as different locations in the near future?
Well, we've announced already that All Out is coming to Toronto, and it's our first pay-per-view in Canada in a while. Excited to go to Renee's hometown and bring All Out there for the first time. It's our first time taking Forbidden Door to the UK, and it's our first time, of course, bringing that event there. We've got some really exciting things coming. The Aragon Ballroom, I'm very excited about. I've been writing shows called Dynamite since I was 12 years old. Since 1995 is when I came up with the name Dynamite. And my friend, who I traded tapes with, and he lives around Chicago, and he's my oldest friend. I've known him since I was 12. And he would always do his shows in the Aragon Ballroom, my friend Todd. And he wrestled in Windy City Wrestling, and he's a great friend and a great tape trader, and still contributes to AEW. And he would do shows in Aragon Ballroom, and he would call it the Aragon Brawl Room. And I always thought that was cool. And it's going to be a great site for AEW. Of course, we're going to the 2300 arena. I mentioned we did Dean 2 as a tribute to the late, great Dean Rasmussen last night. I'm looking forward to doing Dean 3 in the 2300 arena, as well as Death Before Dishonor and AEW TV. Doing Dean 3 there. I feel like it is going to be the most tape traders per capita in any wrestling show in the history of wrestling television, because we'll also be filming AEW TV there. A lot of really cool venues and things coming up. I'm really excited to go to Glasgow for the first time. And of course, Grand Slam Mexico. We were talking about it. It was great to have Bandito sitting here talking about what it means to him. It means a lot to a lot of us. And it means so much to the wrestlers from Mexico, but also means a lot to a lot of us that are fans of Lucha Libre and have never gotten to go down and work in Arena Mexico. So it means a lot to me. A lot of really cool and exciting venues coming up throughout 2025. I think we've been doing great TV from very exciting venues this year. Great crowds. Tonight was a great crowd. It was our first time doing a pay-per-view in Arizona. One of my all-time favorite moments in AEW happened here, though, when Sting and Darby Allin won the tag team championship in Arizona. And it was so great to bring Double or Nothing here and celebrate 6 years with these great fans in Arizona that have been supporting us and have our first pay-per-view here tonight. So hopefully it sets a standard and also sets an example to all the great fans. If you do a great job showing up for the TV and make moments count like they did for that show, and in particular Sting's championship win with Darby, I think it sets a standard and sets an example. You can get a pay-per-view. And after 6 years, it's our first time doing a pay-per-view in Arizona, but I can promise you it will not be the last. This crowd was awesome. Thank you.
Hello, Renee. Hello, Mr. Tony. This is Daryl with KTVK here in Phoenix, Arizona. Mr. Tony, I want to ask you, as much as you are a fan, you are a boss as well here. What's a moment in the AEW show tonight that would make you say, hey, that was one of the greatest AEW shows we've put on? And can you tell us that exact moment? And from that moment, how do you plan to move on to top that one?
That's a great question. I think it's really hard to put that one down to one moment. That was like a wire-to-wire show. I thought opening and closing, I felt really strongly about bookending with the Owen matches, and I thought that was such a great pay-per-view from the very first match, Mercedes Moné versus Jamie Hayter in the Owen Hart final, to the final match, Will Ospreay versus Hangman Page. And in between, there were so many crazy things. I mean, you have to talk about Anarchy in the Arena when you talk about this show. It may have been the best Anarchy in the Arena yet. There have been great. The original Anarchy in the Arena was very special. But this was certainly one of the most amazing things we've ever done. I thought the whole show was start to finish really incredible. And there were so many great moments and memories throughout the night, start to finish. And it was great to have the 6-year anniversary of AEW. And there's going to be a lot of milestones coming up, be such a perfect show. It's been a great 2025. And very fitting that this Double or Nothing went so well. And I couldn't possibly put it down to one moment. So I think it's better to look at it wire to wire, that the whole show was a Grand Slam home run as we approach Grand Slam Mexico. Thanks for asking.
Hey, Tony, Cedric Weldon, Women's Wrestling Talk. We just heard from both ladies who will compete at All In Texas tonight. And I'm just curious, with both of them being such larger-than-life personalities, is there a possibility that we can see history at All In Texas with both of them main eventing or headlining the show?
it could potentially be possible. Of course, we also had Hangman versus Mox already proclaimed here also as a great main event. I think we have great options for that show, but certainly two great Owen Hart Foundation winners and two great world championship matches as it stands right now on the table, with the world champion Timeless Tony Storm set now to defend the title against the TBS champion and the Owen Hart Foundation women's tournament winner, Mercedes Moné, and with the AEW world champion Jon Moxley versus the Owen Hart Foundation men's tournament winner, Hangman Adam Page. They're both great matches. We have great options, and the whole show is going to be fantastic start to finish. I think it's going to be a great all-in, and both matches are great options, just like I thought tonight. Both Owen Hart Foundation matches were perfect, and the show was perfect wire-to-wire bookending. Thanks for asking.
Hey, Chris Wrestling Slam Network. I just was wondering, Will Ospreay's been doing such great work and having great matches for you guys, and with the loss tonight, just wondering what you have planned moving forward, what he might be doing, and the future holds for Will.
Thanks for asking. I really appreciate it, and I'm glad you teed that up, because Will Ospreay has been absolutely fantastic in AEW, and we had Hangman Adam Page, the winner of the tournament, in here earlier, and he deserves his flowers. He deserves his applause. He deserves the spotlight. Hangman Adam Page, absolutely fantastic for AEW for the past 6 years. And I do feel like Hangman Adam Page is a deserving winner. At the same time, I think Will Ospreay would have been a deserving winner. I think Will Ospreay has been one of the most important people ever to walk into AEW. I think when Will Ospreay came into AEW, going into 2024, it was one of the most important moves we could have possibly made. His arrival breathed new life into the company. I can tell you, as we had injuries come up, anytime somebody needed to step up in 2024, Will Ospreay was that man. In 2025, he has continued. For the past couple of years, he has been a workhorse, no pun intended, as he was wrestling Hangman. Will Ospreay has just been absolutely fantastic for AEW. Every time I've needed to lean on the man, he's been there. Every time the company needed to lean on Will Ospreay, he has been there time after time after time after time. He's been involved in some of the greatest matches and moments and memories ever in AEW's history. Even though Will Ospreay has not been here the entire 6 years from day one, I can tell you Will Ospreay is as important and as much a part of AEW as anybody. He's as much of a valuable leader, as much of a valuable face of AEW. Will Ospreay's as all elite as anybody, and Will Ospreay would have been an absolutely fantastic winner of this tournament. Will Ospreay at times has carried AEW on his back, and I'm so fortunate to have him. He would be on a Mount Rushmore of people who walked into my life at the right time. And I'm so grateful for Will Ospreay and the run he's had since he arrived. And it's only the beginning for Will Ospreay. It's not the end.
2 more questions, guys.
Tony, I just got to be at the shows that you had at home in Detroit. You talked a little bit about the energy that you had in the arena here. Can you give me your thoughts now that you guys have been working some of the smaller arenas on the energy that you see in these arenas? And tell me your thoughts on coming back to Detroit, man.
Oh, what a great question. Well, I'm very grateful to the Motor City, man. That venue was fantastic. There are a lot of great venues around Detroit. Of course, Masonic Temple was a fantastic venue. And talking about 2025, there's been some new arenas, new theaters, new venues. And I think that was one of the real home runs we hit across the nights we spent in Detroit. Detroit is a really special city to me as a wrestling fan, because realistically, there's no way we would be in this position. There's no way I'd be in any of the positions I'm in, frankly, without the city of Detroit and the hard work in Motor City in the automotive industry, because my father really came to America with nothing and built himself and built his company, built everything he's got from the auto industry. And he's a self-made person, and the industry he made himself in is the automotive industry. And through the work he did in Detroit and working with the auto industry and in the auto industry, my dad was able to build an auto parts company, build factories all over America and then all over the world. And he became an NFL owner. He became a Premier League owner. And then through all the hard work he did, all of these things based in the automotive industry, it allowed us to get a position in sports and media. And that put us in a great position to launch AEW. and now we're celebrating 6 years. He was at the original show at the first ever Double or Nothing. I talked to him today, and I know he's as proud of what we've done now as ever. And it's been a really special year for AEW. And when I think of Detroit, I think of the great people there, people I've known all my life, and the fact that without the city of Detroit, there would be no AEW. So it was great doing the shows there. We had some great TV there. We had Blood and Guts there. Mox and Kenny had a great cage match there. A lot of great moments in Detroit, and Detroit can be a great pay-per-view city, I think, for AEW too. After we had a great first-time pay-per-view here, first pay-per-view ever in Arizona, I think Michigan would be a great pay-per-view state too. Let's go. Thanks, Kyle.
Last question.
Hey, Mark.
How you doing, Tony? Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Mark Hoke, 101.5 FM, Las Vegas. How are you feeling about other companies scheduling events on top of and around yours on a consistent basis?
It's pretty consistent. I'd say it's the most consistent event head-to-head scheduling I've seen since Jim Crockett Promotions. Saw a lot of scheduling that went that way. And I can tell you this will go a lot differently than that did, Mark. Thank you for asking. I appreciate you all being here. And God bless you all. I really appreciate this. We've been doing this for 6 years. And tonight was a great success. This has been the most special year in the history of the company. A lot of you have been covering AEW from day one. Some of you have joined us along the way, but a lot of you have been here since we first announced AEW. And now we've been doing these scrums officially. It's 6 years of post-pay-per-view scrums, 6 years of pay-per-views. Thank you all for being a part of it. Thank you all for being here for Double or Nothing number 7. And I look forward to 70 more of them. And thank you for celebrating 6 years with us. And here's to 600 more. Thank you very much. Thank you. You too.
Thank you guys. Get home safe.
See you guys.